That's a lot of guys. Learn the Architect's Melody. Cool, I've got the entire threefold melody now, unless there's four folds to it. Harmonious, learn the Citadel's threefold song. Alright, before I do that... Ow. Alright, well it is a shortcut. Although... No! 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 No, you can't do that. Okay, I'm gonna do this first. I'm gonna see what the materium is for. To do that, I need to go back to Belhar. There's a couple of things around here I want to do. Oh my goodness! I killed you already. Oh, the statue! Let's fill the shell charge though at least. Okay. Well. All right then. What I wanted to do was go back to Weave Nest Atla and check in with Eva and see if I got my nature expanded anymore because I got a new crest. Oh my god, I didn't explore the entirety of this place. There's just an entire area I haven't been to yet. Lady, my senses resound. You have grown further beyond the bounds of above against my nature. Ooh, extra blue tool slot. Okay. So I think it might actually just be the crest cycling. So if I get another crest, I'll come back. Actually, speaking of crests. Alright, where was I? Sorry, I had to urgently leave to attend an activity involving copious amounts of practical fake blood. So, right, I just claimed my Vesta Crest expansion. This is gonna be really annoying. I have a free blue tool. I think I'm just gonna... No? Not gonna let me... Okay. And as for what else to put there, thinking the Wraith of Purity, then we take a crack at Bowwater again. Because at this point, I'm pretty sure the only thing left is to just go to the elevator and win. Or beat the final boss. So I kind of want to do, because it seems really important. So we're going to prep for that. That was the wreath growing. Okay. But in the meantime, there was just a place here that I completely failed to explore. This low, her gaze escaped. Prepare, sisters, we hope anew, that we might break free this accursed web born of our naive foundation. Rune harp. What do? A relic. Ah. I hear sparklies. Oh, mask fragment. That's our fourth. That's mask number 8. Boom. I don't know if there was one more mask to find or if we just hit... No, there definitely is one more mask to find. At least, because I didn't get the achievement for finding all the mask fragments. Dang, that means... Maybe I'm not as close to done with this game as I think. There's a couple other things I want to do that I've been trying to get around to. Mossberries, do you still hunt them, little you? My wish is granted, but clear now that more are needed. More? Yes, bring more mossberries here. Yes, we trade. Freshest rosaries for fresh berries. This one is not so fresh. Rotten, stench of death. Meager amount of rosaries for you, as much as you deserve. 131 is still a lot of rosaries. Yes, fragrant and round, so round for you, you who finds berries, a nice reward of rosaries. And number 3. And oh, such fruit, perfectly ripe, perfectly fragrant, perfectly round. Take what you have earned. Much rosaries. Alright. So I bet there's a couple more, just so you don't have to find all of them. The nearest boat is actually over here, and that's where I want to go. No, I want to go to Belhart. One thing here.
Magina Fora.
Hello, Meg.
Ah. Okay, so I can buy furniture, or I can buy this multi-binder. There, finally bought out this shop of things that I actually care about. I have stuff to sell to you. $210. Hide her deep, the despised child, our shame shown in shell of iron. She is a wish-cast vain, divinity mimicked in form too frail. Any more pale oil for you? Alright. Assemble material. Yes. That's what I really came here for. Cool. It's lore. Alright. Ah. Ooh, mass fragment. Okay. And trails and child building needle I have caught fresh into my master in those stricken swamps beside the citadel. I ask you now to follow to beat together at trails end. Okay. More reason to go back to Bilewater. Let's do both of those. Bilewater, Beastfly in the far fields. Okay. For a mass fragment that I probably won't end up getting all the other three of, but I'll do anyway because it's a thing. God, I don't want to have to go through that parkour room again, so we're gonna go around. Ah, well, there he is.
The Savage Beastfly refight mostly goes the way the original one went. It's a little bit harder, they're a little bit faster, and they have a few new intricacies to the fight. First of all, their triple slam attack now destroys portions of the ground, so you gotta be really careful about where you bait them into. And secondly, their dash attack always goes low, high, low. It tries to match your height, then it tries to fake you out by going above you, then it tries to go at your height again. So if you're jumping around, it makes it a lot harder to avoid, because it also seems to mess with what he considers to be above you, or maybe what he considered to have done. But it's not too difficult. You also want to be careful for, if he ends up in the lava, he will pop out of the lava and destroy a segment anyway, so you can't really bait him out into doing that unless you do it on the first or second slam, and it doesn't really accomplish anything. You want to be really careful about frivolous jumping, because he's really good at intercepting that, both with his high dash and his bounces as he goes high. Here you see he goes at my height, then at my height again, then above, because I tried to jump, and that really messes with him. Now secondly, he summons those little flying lava spitting things. At this point, if you've got both of the pale oils you can get at this point in the game, then it takes about 3 hits with the Architect's Crest to kill them. You generally want to prioritize killing them as soon as possible, because they shoot those little lingering projectiles that do 2 damage. But overall, the fight isn't all that much harder than the first one, and has a couple of things you can do to mitigate it. The Magma Bell, for example, can reduce the amount of damage you take, both from the summons and from the lava that ever happens to you. From 2 masks down to 1 every now and then. And really the biggest difficulty is dealing with the disappearing crew. Even the summons, they aren't as frequent, and there aren't ever multiple of them unless you're really bad about taking care of them as they spawn.
Yay. Alright, 1/4 of mask number 9. Let's go to Bowwater. I don't think I've ever been up here before. This looks like it's above the Pale Lake or something. Lots of dead bugs here. Ah. Pashanka, hornet-wielding needle, for that is your name, is it not? I have heard it spoken in this land with reverence. I had hoped you would accept my summons in these moments. In these moments, one is good, but two is best.
Hastin?
I would not deny the wish chakra. A somber ceremony seemed likely at this trail's end, and I am sadly proved correct. This then is your master? The fiercest of my tribe, here she lies. I called her master, true, but she was mother just as much, more by far than the bug who bore me.
Yanara.
Among the many marvels of this kingdom, she found a fine place to meet her end. Ended by age. My tribe would call that a shame, but I see only strength unbeaten. Even as her shell betrayed her, she walked this kingdom's breadth. It was her trail followed that allowed me to share witness to its dignity. Hornet-wielding Neil, you two have journeyed these many paths as my master before us. Join me now for her song sending. It is time for her soul to walk beyond her shell. Trail's End, wish granted. Alright. Trail's End, grant Chakra's wish. Okay. For sharing this moment, I shall have you accept a gift, one I had believed I would never pass. You would take these rings and the learnings to make more. They are built of a clever method devised by my master and will crush hard this kingdom's toughest shell. Use them and she is remembered.
That's fine.
My thanks, Chakra. To gain a tool so defined by its owner, I am much grateful. They shall prove a great aid on my own journey. Throwing ring. Alright. Leaving me here to find my own way out. Here we are. Alright, I'm decent on health. I don't have many rosaries. I'm already halfway there. I'm gonna give Bowelhaven another crack. That's why I have the wreath. Alright, buddies. I ain't pulling punches this time. I'm also not frustrated either. Yet. Ah, man, I was doing so good. Alright, let's briefly examine the throwing rings. Red tools are at the top right. Blunt force weapon that rebounds between enemies and... So it comes out straight, and it bounces around. Alright. We'll see if that proves useful in the arena fight. This is one of the harder boss fights in the game, especially because it's preceded by a gauntlet that is itself actually kind of hard. These little jumpy out of the water guys can be very frustrating, especially because they do contact damage and they jump around erratically. Basically, you want to wait for one of them to pop out of the water. I'm not doing this here, I don't start doing this I think until wave 2. But you want to wait until they pop out of the water, prepare a charged attack, and then just smack them as soon as they hit the peak of their initial out of the water jump. Hitting them 3 times with a needle works too. But after those guys, you get these unique guys who only appear in the gauntlet. And they are annoying because they hover really high up, so they can be really hard to get to. Up slashers are your friend here, as is baiting out their attack and then moving away so that they'll hit them, or just hit you. But generally it's the same strategy, you want to bonk them as soon as they come out. Now these giant swinging spike balls can be dodged by staying in the corner of the arena. And then you end up with these guys. Remember, they explode. I actually managed to damage boost through the explosion there, taking only 1 mask instead of 2. And that was nice, not intentional, I wish it was, but no. Then you get one of each of the jumping out of the water guys. This is sort of the same thing. I'd actually prioritize the short ones that throw the darts because they are more annoying to me because they move more rapidly and their projectiles are harder to dodge. But here we go, I'm trying to use the charge strikes here. Generally you wait, you charge it up. Just remember that their darts can be parried. I forgot that for the longest time. You parry their darts and it's actually quite easy. After that wave, you get another one of these giant swinging spike balls, and after this giant swinging spike ball, you get another one of these giant swinging spike balls. They can all be dodged in the same way. And then you get another mixed wave. The throwing rings are actually really good here, because they bounce between targets, and they sort of home in on the targets. So you can generally get clear pretty fast with them. Now, Grohl the Great is another story. He's got a couple of attacks. This sucking in attack where he tries to suck you up. He can dive into the water and then spawn either an enemy who pops out of the water once or one of these giant swinging spike balls. But he is a large target who loves to hang out in ideal curve claw range. So once he gets to phase 2, yeah, he's in phase 2 already, by the way, he does this little soul attack. You gotta basically just bait it out, then either jump over it, go under it, and then jump over it again, because the other way does it 3 times. My strategy for this fight should be pretty dang apparent, given both my appreciation for certain tools in the game and my current actions. Here is the guys. They come out once. You can hit them for silk, but once they go into the water, they don't come back. Basically, when he's far away, you hit him with the long-range tools. When he's close up, you hit him with the close-range tools. I actually managed to complete this fight extremely quickly. Ah, Grohl the chump. Just use your tools, man. I don't know how. Please do not tell me how many shell shards that fight cost me. What, is there a second boss? There's a second boss. No, it's a platform, okay. Do I trust this? I don't have enough shell shards. Okay, well that's what the breakables are for. I have a ton of those. So that fight cost about 200 shell shards. Alright. Curved Claw, my beloved. Take. What am I taking? Seeker's Soul. Hope that guy wasn't important. What is... Cracked shell containing soul drawn from a long deceased bug. Okay, I got a thing. What's it for? Putrefied ducts. Oh, wouldn't you know it? Huh, I'm right by Huntress. So it's actually faster to go to this station. nothing here. Do I want any of this? I mean, the spool fragment might be nice. Because I do have one of those already. I need 500 rosaries for it. I mean, let's not let them burn a hole in my pocket. Alright. I've lost track of how many extras. So with not much left to do, I think, let's head for the elevator. Pilgrim who would hold our song within your shall rise above. Offer your most devout self unto our sacred heart. Alright. That's that obstacle removed. Objective updated. Alright. I do still have that wreath equipped. Ascend Farloom's crown. Extends the act of binding but increases its healing effect. Alright, let's do this thing. Up I go. This is a finality feeling about it. Or maybe we're just about to enter Act 3, the top of the Citadel. Imagine an entire Act 3 for the upper half of the Citadel. Nah, I don't think they're gonna do that. This has an aura of finality about it. Oh god, is it doing the thing again? Alright, I'm gonna have to skip the cutscene because it's running slow. Oh, it's Lace. Okay, I thought I heard Lace.
The Lace refight is very similar to the initial Lace fight in Boondocks, but it's like twice as fast. You gotta remember all your tactics for dodging attacks there, and then execute them with much less margin for error, because the platform is also, it's a little bigger, but it also feels smaller at the same time, because Lace covers so much more ground with all her attacks. Generally, you want to stay grounded, jump over her unless she does the aerial attack, and watch out for the parry. Lace will actually use the parry when you get too close, so if you can bait it out, she can only do it every so often. And when she does do it, you want to make sure, because sometimes she'll lunge straight at you, and sometimes she'll go for a sort of aerial overhead parry. You gotta be careful. Really, it's no longer just an issue of, oh, I accidentally hit the parry, time to jump. Now in the second phase, Lace gets even faster. She starts leaving these trails. Don't fall into the pit fire, that's bad. Those trails behind her jumping attack. She starts doing her lunge twice instead of once. And then she starts swinging 3 times instead of twice. I think this is the second phase is when she starts doing the overhead parry. Basically, she gets a different angle where just jumping will be able to do it. Lace has poor air control if you get her in the middle of an attack, so if you can get her in the middle of an attack, that's a great time to heal, because her attacks all have decent animations, but they have almost no delay between them, so definitely watch out and don't be too aggressive. Now in the third phase, Lace gets this attack again, except she does it like 3 times in succession, or twice in succession every time she does it. I think sometimes she does it, but mostly she does it twice. Also, if you knock her off the pit, she takes extra damage. Only if you knock her during a stagger. If she jumps off during one of her like, aerial attacks, she won't take damage, but if you do it during a stagger, it does end the stagger immediately. Also, don't get caught in the light. Like, definitely be careful and make sure she's in an attack. She did it 3 times here. If you can't get Lace in an attack, getting directly above her, like right here, is also a good way to heal, because she doesn't go straight up when she does her aerial attack. She can go quite sharply, but not straight up.
Oh, we're done. Okay. Congratulations, Spider. Finally I felt your sting, and you've bared the truth of my pathetic empty shell.
Benefreg.
You always had the scent, child. You are no bug. Yours is a life born entirely from thread. Life? You're too generous. This weak, wasting existence, this was not life, just a husk shaped to act as a child.
Nesvir.
Yours was life, Pale One. Do not confuse your unique creation with its absence. I have seen others make the same mistake. Platitude, Spider? From you? Don't be gross. Head on, climb up, up and away. You've earned your audience with the divine. Face the Holy Mother who would fashion so cruel and crude a daughter as me. After all, it's you that she wants, is it not? Oh. White Knight, defeat Lace in the cradle. Silk, a child born loyal. Regenerated. Acquire all silk hearts. Hey, okay. Interesting thing to give me now. This must not be the end of the game then. Definitely not. Oh, the terminus. Okay, so we got a fast travel point up here. The cradle. Oh, I never went to the slab. Do I want to go to the slab and explore the slab? Because I got the slab key. Nah. I don't think this doesn't feel like the end of the game. If they're still giving me stuff like silk hearts now, then I don't think this is the end of the game. Silk cache. Okay. We're here. So that's just a shorter cut. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong, because this has quite the sense of finality about it. With the rising music and the heartbeat. Yeah, challenge, alright. Am I ready for this? Yeah, sure, why not? Lace was a pushover, maybe this boss will be too. Here we go. Final boss, at least of Act 2. Grandmother Silk. Full screen title card, okay.
Grandmother Silk's main attack is using her sets of 3 scissor blades to sweep at you either from above or from the side. You gotta jump through the gaps, slip through the gaps every time. Generally, the easy thing to do is to avoid moving excessively so that you can see the gaps and react to them. Play this fight a bit defensively. When she does that claw sweep, all the blades attack from above, and you gotta make sure to jump the claw sweep while also jumping the gap with the blades. Sometimes the blades will attack at the same time from the sides, and you really gotta be precise. Generally, you gotta be still, make sure you're getting through the gaps first, play defensively, because this is a fight of endurance. She also has this attack where webs appear on the screen, you just gotta stay off the lines. It's actually pretty dangerous, because it hits for 3 damage. Now in her second phase, all her attacks get more cycles. Her scissor blades attack in sets of 3 instead of sets of 2, or they attack in triplets still. They do like 3 sweeps, one of the triplets will attack twice instead of once. Her web attack does 2 cycles. Again, 3 mass damage, definitely avoid it. So it's generally an issue of just keeping up with the acceleration and making sure you know where all the blades are. Don't go sprinting across the arena. And make sure you can seize some good points to heal between her attacks.
Wow, that was it? There's no way that's it. This is Bowser rules, phase 2. Yeah.
Now in phase 3, Grandmother Silk sort of slows down again. She still has all the extra attacks left. She goes a bit slower. She gains new attacks. This first one brings rocks down from the ceiling, either from the center or from the sides, and they just reduce the size of the arena for a little bit. And that can make things actually surprisingly stressful as the fight progresses. But generally, it's the same strategy as phases 1 and 2. Grandmother Silk also gains these little spike sets. I didn't actually know this at the time, but you can smack them twice with the needle to make them go away early. They appear in semi-random spots around the arena. You can make them go away quicker if you smack them with the needle, but otherwise they'll eventually just go away. And she also starts using her rockfall attack a bit more often. But otherwise, it's still generally the same fight as the first 3 phases. So you just do the same things. She does pause still for quite the amount of time between attacks, long enough to get a quick bind off if you have the objective in. Otherwise, you generally want to save your binds for when she's staggered. Rare times when she's staggered, she really does not like staggering, because she can hit a lot of the arena and there's rarely a safe spot.
Crest is going crazy. Also, I've got a ton of silk. Alright. Oh man, the
cutscenes are going... I don't know why the cutscenes go slow. I'm gonna let this play out, even though the audio does not line up with the visual. And I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure it's a me thing, and not the game. Okay. Weaver Queen. Defeat Grandmother Silk and bind her power. Alright. And here are the credits. So that was Silksong. Yeah. Pretty good experience. It's very much a successor to Hollow Knight. It has all the same strengths, all the same problems. It's a good game. I liked it, despite its flaws. It does have some flaws. This is mostly the same stuff I complain about for Hollow Knight, needing to have a charm to see where you are on the map, which is now worse because you have more competing for those slots and there's fewer of them. And the fast travel just not really being sufficient to make your way around. Like getting from the first shrine to everywhere else is just like go to the nearest, go to the Ventrica, use the Ventrica, wait for the Ventrica animations to finish, go to the Bellway, wait for the Bellway animations to finish, use the Bellway, then run, and then you have to do all that in reverse going back, and it's tedious, and yeah, it doesn't really drag the game down a lot, but it is still a complaint about it. But other than that, it's a good. Credits aren't done rolling already, are they? Normally I have a lot longer to talk about what I liked about the game. Through the darkness and dangers, you persevered. Thank you for exploring the world of Hollow Knight Silksong. Let's meet again on the road ahead. Okay. Game completion. 26 hours, 52 minutes, 2 seconds. That does not include the time I rolled back. Steel Soul mode unlocked. No reviving death is permanent. Yay. It didn't even tell me my completion percentage. Alright. Well, that was Silksong. So, I'll see you guys in the next series.